Živjo, Ivy here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, and let's look into books that I was reading in November. So the first book is The Maid. Now some have mixed feelings about this book. I personally did enjoy it quite a lot. It was a nice book. I mean, I get it. That's what I've read. What people don't like the book is because of how the characters are apparently written. I don't know. I actually don't hate the characters so much, but the way the writer told the story is just that our sweet girl Molly, she's very naive and lacks social skills, so she does not read people when they are going to use her or talk. I mean, she did notice that they talk bad stuff about her. Grew up with her grandmother. Her grandmother took care of her since her mother left, and she was bullied at school and now also at work. She takes her work serious. She's the maid. She cleans, she's very faithful, she does her job well, but there are people there that just look at her funny because she's so determined and she wants to do her job well. And yeah, they call her like Roomba, like that robot that cleans, right? And yeah, they try to use her. She's naive, but I don't hate her for that. I don't. But she was taken advantage far too many times. So basically, she works at this really well-known hotel as a maid, and murder happens there by certain people that, very rich people that go here, and she's kind of involved in it, because she found the body, they kind of just went with it that it was her. But like I said, Molly doesn't know how to read people. The way I was reading, I knew exactly these people are shady and she shouldn't trust them, and I was right. And yeah, they use her very unfair. Like, she thought that she could tell what's going on to these people that she works in a hotel with, end up betraying her and putting her that she is the one that killed this dude. It was so unfair. She was just a normal girl that I guess she just isn't ready for this, such a mean world where people just take advantage of good people. But she also has some good co-workers that helped her. A friend of her grandmother that actually helped Molly get this job at the hotel. And it ended up solving the case that it wasn't her, and what exactly has been going on in that hotel and all that. Of course, there's a happy ending. I felt so sorry for her, but I don't like. I'm gonna hate this book the way certain characters were written. Yeah, Molly is naive and she lacks social skills. I'm not gonna hate her for that. I'm not gonna hate this book for that. I enjoyed this book. I think it was pretty damn good. Even though I think there were some holes when it comes to solving the case and everything that has been happening. But if I overlook it, I think it was still a good read. I do recommend it. And here we are with the score. The third book in Off Campus. And this is about Dean. And I actually did enjoy this book. It was pretty good, except of course there's always a certain something that I didn't exactly like. If you read the first two books, you know what type of guy Dean is. To me, he feels like a sex pest. Seriously, like he likes sex. The one thing I have to say about these books, even though it's always like the guy gets every girl, there's a lot of sex and all that, what I do like is that there's consent. Nobody's forced. Safe sex. And that's something that I like in these books. It's not just because I'm a hot, I can get you anyway. Very easy. Even though that did happen in the second book. That did disappoint me a bit. The same happened a little bit like here. So Elle broke up with her boyfriend. 24 hours didn't pass. She slept with Dean. And then she felt guilty. I mean, I like the fact that she felt guilty. But at the same time, I mean, she said it's not like her. She likes to have sex if she's in a relationship. So it's a person that she trusts. And this is the first time she was extremely reckless. And she just went to sleep with the biggest playboy. Or how did they call it? Man whore? Yeah. But apparently Elle is very wild in bed and Dean liked it, so he kind of constantly keeps pursuing Elle to have sex with him again. And she was like, no, that was one-time thing and I don't want to repeat it. But and that's one thing that I didn't like about Dean. He was very persistent. He constantly keeps telling her that he wants to, you know, F her. And he doesn't understand the word no. That's something that kind of bothered me. So Elle kind of thought about it. I'm single. She kind of likes Dean. She likes to have sex with him. And she's like, okay, let's be, well, I don't think I can say like friends with benefits. They don't even know each other that much. So I think fuck buddies would be the right word. But they wanted to do it in secret. They didn't want their friends to know that they're doing this. But of course, in every book from off campus, something has to happen. Something sad, something that could ruin the relationship. Yeah, so it happens here as well. So yeah, in all, it wasn't a bad book. I liked it. Dean wasn't such a sex pest as I thought he would be. I mean, in the first two books, I was thinking like, Jesus, this guy. And now I get to know him, what type of person he really is. Of course, the friends kind of did figure out that they're together, and I mean, it had a happy ending, of course. And it left the happy ending because there's a fourth book. There were four guys in this off campus, and the last one is Tucker. And yeah, in that last page, just was a bit shocking. I'm really excited to read about Tucker. I just need to get my hands on it. Overall, the book is good. It's sex positive. Nobody's forced. They had fun. Pretty good. I also have to mention there was a really funny scene that I absolutely love. Since they were in secret and they thought they had the house for themselves, but they got a surprise visit. They had a threesome. It was Dean, Elle, and Wilson. I think that was the name. If you read the book, you know what I mean. It happened in the bathroom. That scene made me laugh. It was good. I do recommend the book if you're looking for a little bit of romance, a little bit of spice. Go for it. I finally get to read this book. The hype is real. The book is really good. I love the plot. The one that did it all thought that they will get away, but no. So what is happening here? Alice is in like how do you say it? Psychological ward. Basically, patients. I mean, the way it was written, how much they stuff these patients with pills that they're so numb, like they're dead, like people that take cocaine, basically. And yeah, Alice has been in that psychological or psyche. I don't know how to say it. Basically, she's trapped there for 6 years, and this new psychotherapist Theo comes to work there, and he wants to help Alice. And Alice has been quiet since the murder of her husband Gabriel. Now, because she was alone with the gun with her husband there, and apparently the prints were there her prints on the gun belonged to her, of course, and they thought she killed him, and that's it. Since then, she didn't speak all these 6 years, and Theo wants to get her to speak to tell what happened. This isn't just about just Alice. Also Theo. Theo has some problems as well, and it's all kind of connected, because I was just keep thinking, why is he so obsessed that he needs to help Alice? And we found out why. He wants to help her. And once the truth is out, does he still want to help her? And even though 6 years have passed and Alice has been drugged all the time with all those pills, she's still smart. She's still smart. And I like that. It was pretty good. I really had to wait for this book to get into my hands. I got it from my local library. So happy I got it. Silent Patient. I do recommend. It is a really good book. So I finally get to read The Paper Palace. I got it from my local library, and how should I mean, I did like it, but the beginning kind of God, I had mixed feelings about this. So basically it's about our girl Elle. She tells her story. It's all through her POV. She basically tells how she was raised, her mom, her grandma. Divorce is a part of her family. Her grandma got divorced twice, married 3 times. Her mom got divorced twice. She is married happily with her husband, has 3 kids. She does not think about divorce, but she did cheat with her best friend, childhood friend, Jonas. And this is basically all her story, how she was raised, what happened to her with her mom's new lover, how the relationship with her father was going. Also, she has a sister called Anna that sadly passed away. It's basically all through her life. And basically, Elle kind of needs to decide who she's going to choose, because this is a love triangle. But basically, it's a love triangle that she likes both her best friend, childhood friend Jonas, and her husband Peter. Trigger warning: there's abuse in this one. The only thing that I'm going to say about this is that Conrad, the character that you meet here, is a complete asshole, and Elle she shouldn't be quiet about what he was doing and what he did. She should have told somebody. Her mom did find her diary where Elle actually wrote everything down that happened to her, that she never spoke to her mom. And her mom felt so defeated because she thought, like, I didn't protect my child. I think you know where I'm getting with this. Conrad is an asshole. That's it. If you're thinking about that thing that he did to her, yes, you're completely right. She should have spoken about it. So basically it's about that, all about her life, and who she will choose in the end, her best friend or her husband. Well, if you haven't read the book, go read it. It's still pretty damn good. And I read We Were Never There. A thriller mystery crime. I have to say, you can kind of tell what's going to happen here, because the first 10 chapters already had a complete vision, what's going on and what's going to happen. Okay, not exactly what's going to happen, but this relationship between these 2 girls is not healthy at all. And I was right. Of course, there were twists towards the ending, but the ending got me questioning. If you read this book, please write down what you think of the ending, because when Christine and Emily went to these vacations twice, once in Cambodia, an accident happened. Apparently Emily got attacked by a guy, like he wanted to abuse her. Christine came not to visit, to rescue her, and they end up killing the guy. So they never told the police what happened, and that it was like self-defense. They kind of got rid of the body. It was never found. And then next year, they went on this vacation again to Chile. It happened again, but this time to Kristen. Kristen got attacked. But was she really attacked? That's the question. So what these girls did, if they ever introduced themselves, they never gave their real name. And that is the ending of the book. They don't give their real name when they introduce themselves to a girl this time. I don't want to spoil it, but the ending got me kind of a little bit questioning here. But even though the friend Christine wasn't exactly okay in her head, like you can tell that she's become very possessive. She is manipulating Emily, and you can kind of tell. But then we find out why and how it happened, why it happened, why did she turn to be this way. It was a bit sad. It wasn't her fault. Of course, a child is never born to be this way. It actually becomes that way in where it grows up, right? This is what it takes from people around yourselves. That type of a person you then become. Yeah, 10 years of friendship. Emily starts questioning, and things just don't go well. It was good, but yeah, like I said, in first 10 chapters you could already foresee what's going to happen, and that you are actually correct about this friend Christine, that she is not okay and Emily needs to get away from her. But then it actually does twisted it around, and then you start to question, is Emily okay? This book, 8 Perfect Hours. If you're looking for a book that is a slow burn and no spice, there's just pure romance, yearning, and just slow. It goes really slow. I do recommend this book. It's really good. Also, excuse my voice, I'm sick. But yeah, what is this about? Well, these two characters, Noelle and Sam, are actually kind of connected, but they didn't even know. They're just fated to be together. They met in a snowstorm, and it wasn't a car accident. They were just on a road, and because of a really strong snow, they kind of got stuck there. And her phone was dying, and this really nice guy, Sam, came to her and said, if you need to fill your mobile, you can come and sit with me in my car. That's how they kind of get to know each other. But once that was done, she didn't ask him for phone number or anything. And she thought, I'm never going to see him again. Okay. Then she met him in the hospital. Also, her ex came back, and he kind of wants to get back with her, which is a total no-no. And her ex is such a douchebag for even doing this to her. It was so unfair. But yeah, Sam and Noelle keep meeting each other. It's basically really fate. She got a job to clean this guy's apartment, which ends up Sam's father. So constantly keep meeting, and yeah, they give it a go. They felt the chemistry, the pull, the yearning. And yeah, of course, they are together. But yeah, if you are looking for a book, a real romance book, no spice, just this yearning and all this, read it. I really enjoyed this one. And here we are, Icebreaker. I've been seeing this everywhere, so I finally get to read it. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It was good. I have to say that I didn't like Anastasia, however you call her name, we say it here, Anastasia. I didn't like her character at the start. I mean, I don't get this shit. You go into to a party with these hockey guys, you don't even know them, yet you are wearing a very revealing dress, and you wear no panties. Like, WTF? What is this? If this was real world, this would end up completely different. So yeah, because this is fiction, stuff like that didn't happen. Well, in this book anyway. But yeah, it's a bit spicy. There is chemistry. It was pretty good. Also, I like how it's a little bit turned. Usually when you read this Grumpy Sunshine kind of a books, it's usually the guy is grumpy and the girl is the sunshine. Now it's different. She is more grumpy than he is. They both love sports on ice. He once helped her with her choreography because her partner was a jackass. There's nowhere else to say it. Yeah, her partner she's basically struggling with her partner, and Nathan is the captain of the hockey team. Something happened, and now they have to share this one ice rink. Basically, they're forced to be in this together. There's a bad chemistry at the start, usually more from her side. He's kind of okay. He kind of wants to be her friend, while she turned it completely different. Like, that kind of I didn't agree with that. Like, no friendship, nothing. You only know his name, and you straight let his head be between your legs, while you're not, or you keep saying you don't like him. These things just, I know it's fiction, I know it's books, but come on. At least write it a little bit realistically. But it was still a good read. Of course, they end up together. She had to do a lot of things because of her partner till she actually decided that she wants to do solo on ice, not with a partner. But yeah, it's a happy ending. I still enjoyed it. Certain things I didn't click, I didn't like, but it was still okay. And that would be all the books that I was reading. So, have you read any of these books? Yes, no, what did you think of them? Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Ciao!